Now, our next guest is a graduate of the Lyric Academy, has had roles in the likes of Hidden Assets, Line of Duty, and recently he made his stage writing debut with a one-man play about his life, which had a successful run off Broadway in New York.
Joining us now to discuss is actor and playwright Kwaku Fortune. Good morning, Kwaku. How are you?
Good morning to you.
Unfortunately, most people are looking in right now going, do you know what? He won someone €250 million last night from the Bloomin' Euro Millions ads.
I found out today. That's amazing. Fair play.
That someone won.
Yeah.
Does that ad follow you around?
It does. It does.
He's so happy. He's like, yeah, oh, people are always asking me to go down a slide.
To be honest, it's actually great crack. I mean, kind of you go swings and roundabouts with it because obviously my agent usually we're not doing ads, we're doing drama, serious stuff. But then when COVID happened, it's like I'm broke. I need to do something, and it's a lovely little story. So.
And it's a nice little earner.
Yeah.
You still get a few quid for it as well.
Yeah, luckily they redid it, yeah. So luckily we have a child now, so that's going to help. So, yeah,
happy
it's all
days.
good.
That is very... No, but Alan Hughes has one of those.
He
and
does.
he knows when it goes back on the TV. He's
Not
like...
that he needs more money.
Very nice, very nice.
Listen, we just mentioned, obviously, Hidden Assets, The Dry, Line of Duty, though. Like, you were in that season 6. We were just discussing it earlier.
Yeah.
You know, the one part episode in it as well, but the buzz around getting into Line of Duty, particularly season 6 when it was just at its peak.
Yeah, and just finishing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. It was weird because we were supposed to shoot that just before COVID hit. So there was literally I was on set ready to go and they shut it all down. So then a year later, you're doing it. So between us, I put on a bit of weight and all that kind of stuff. You know, you're like, can I still act? It's been so long, but it was actually great. And working with Vicky McClure and all, she's amazing. So yeah, it was lovely.
And to have that sort of it was almost like a Marvel type thing. You couldn't say a word to anyone. Like you were DS Marks. I'd say friends were like, "Are you actually in this?" Yeah,
exactly. And I'm only in the one scene, but it would have been nice. Obviously, I was like, "Oh, if I really hit it, they might extend the character." But you know these things, you can't force it.
You were still DS Marks in season 6 of Line of Duty.
That's all that matters.
So for you, acting, how did you get into it? Because you end up in the Lyric Academy, which is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a long thing. I really wanted to do it when I was very young. Yeah. But I didn't have the confidence to fully go into it. I was just playing football and basketball and GA and stuff. I just never had the confidence to do drama. So when the teacher would give out the parts for the Christmas play, I wouldn't say anything, even though I kind of wanted to play the lead part or go for it. And I'd just stay quiet. And then at the end, I'd come up and be like, is there any of the small parts? And I'd just play town crier or something in Cinderella. And even then, directing myself, being like, oh, I could have done it better, could have said this, could have said that. But yeah, I just it took me a while to really, a long time to have the confidence to want to do it. Yeah. So I was in college actually doing marketing. I just decided to give it a shot. So
wow.
Yeah, never looked
because
back.
to go from that being, I suppose, on the back foot of that, then to get the confidence to go into Lyric Academy.
Yeah,
is incredible. Were your family where did the kind of acting chops come from?
I mean, I think I've said my mum did a tiny bit of acting, I think, in Ghana, so she had that in her, but. My family are work on the film, so they're all the other side of camera. So I've been on film sets since I was maybe 15 or 16, working, doing props and locations and
being from Wicklow, that will happen.
That's the industry.
That is where the industry is. You want a weekend job, you're working in the film industry. But for all of this now, you've kind of put yourself out there because you have written a one-man play. You're starring in it.
Yep.
You gotta tell us about this. It's the Black Wolfe Tone.
Yeah, so it's a play about. I always say it's about the origins of oneself, who and why and what we are, and it's through the prism of mental health because I went through manic depression when I was still going through manic depression when I was 15 into 17. So the story's about that, but it seems quite heavy when you say mental health. People are like, oh, but actually it's very light. I've made the character Kevin, so there's a bit of space. It's dramatised. It's a theatrical event, so it's actually fun and light. So yeah, say that. So I just have to keep saying that.
But fun and light.
It's fun.
Well, explain to me a bit more because I can understand it's fun, but explain to me a bit more about manic depression. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, I suppose it's just the ups and downs. It's extreme mania. You feel, to be honest, in it feels amazing. You feel invincible, but it's quite dangerous. Obviously, it's damaging. Your relationships are completely frayed. You're people can't handle that energy. Yeah. So you have that, and then you just have the complete drops. I mean, Stephen Fry talks about. There's loads of artists who have this. I take medication every day. I keep everything on the kind of level because I have to. But yeah, so I suppose that's kind of, it's just that. It's the unpredictability because you're really high and then you're really low. So
being 15 years old, like I'm assuming for your parents, a lot of it is told, oh, it's just teenage. It wasn't just teenage stuff. So
and they did so much. Like we went to so many different psychologists and therapists and trying to find out what was going on because it was just spikes in mood that were like quite like scary for me, but obviously scary for them, not knowing what to do or how to deal with it. So it didn't happen in a vacuum. Like that moment where it properly snapped was kind of building for a while. Like, so.
And then you see some people with manic depression and they can be the most fun, when they're on that high.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're the most fun, brilliant person a crash is coming.
Yeah.
So that's obviously something that you're exploring in the Black Wolfe Tone, kind of this. Because I know that audiences have been really enjoying it.
Yeah, which is good because he is very seductive and charming and funny because he is in that kind of mode, but it kind of gets dark as well. So when it's working at its best, people are laughing and crying, hopefully. But obviously that's maybe pressure too. So if people don't laugh or cry, that's fine.
Do something.
We'll get on with the story, but yeah.
But a one-man show. Yeah. And off-Broadway.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, New York. Oh, I love New York. It's my third time being. If I get to be where I need to be and get all the money, I'm definitely going to live in New York. It's a grind, though. I think you have to be really making a lot of money. Like, it's expensive.
How did that opportunity come up, though?
Yeah, so it was part of the Transatlantic Commission that the Irish Rep in New York and Fishamble started here. So, yeah, so it was Jim Colton, Gavin Costick, Nicola Murphy-Dubé, who directed my play, and then Kieran O'Reilly and Charlotte Moore from the Irish Rep. And they started this kind of group of 4 artists, Irish black artists, to go over and do readings and a residency in New York to kind of try to get a piece of work going. And they produced mine, so yeah.
Hi, I've just been off Broadway.
Yeah,
like it
was great.
It's totally fine. Like that is an incredible thing to do, but this is also.
Now that you're saying it, I think it is incredible.
Like, how do you know? We were all sitting there, like, who gets to do that? Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I was listening to Gary Hines the other day on the radio, just like little things that they've done and Druid and how it keeps on building. For you, you've written this. It is your heart and soul. Obviously, it's clearly a bit of you.
Yeah.
Some of your relationships.
Yeah.
Like, how did your family feel about that? Because there's things about, there's parental issues, like there's the father-son relationship.
Yeah, well, like my dad was in last night and I didn't know because I thought he was coming, because it was on in Bray yesterday, so it was like the homecoming, like all my friends, my family, my cousins all sat up the front. Oh wow! I was like, what are you doing getting tickets up the front? But anyway, they were really good. They were really warm, and to be honest, I had to fight for them a bit too.
Did they laugh? I hope they laughed.
Well, it kind of took eventually, but I was expecting like cheers and all. I was like, this is like amazing. It's like, come on, bring it up. But no, they were great. They're really good. And then I didn't even know my dad was in. I heard my mum laughing. And I was like, oh, has my mum come in to just see what it's like and then he's going to come tomorrow? Because I thought he was going to come tonight. So, yeah, it was, seeing him after was like, wow, there was a lot going on. But it was actually beautiful. And because the story is obviously about our relationship, but it's also like an Irish dad. It's the kind of quintessential. A lot of it is not him too. You have to kind of dramatise it to make the friction, the conflict and stuff.
It's kind of universal though, that father-son relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big time.
It's fascinating.
And I know you've just become a dad as well recently too, so you're going to know all about that.
Yeah, the karma will come back.
The karma. Good luck with that. Get the writing in done now. Listen, congratulations on the show again tonight. I know you're on the Cork Arts Theatre as well as part of Cork Midsummer Festival on the 20th and 21st of June as well. Go to fishamble.com if you want to get tickets for it as well. What a star. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. Lovely to see you. Thanks.